everyone, welcome to Odisha Post Live. This is Baishaki. Let's take a look at today's headlines. Due to several mistakes in the Odia interpretation of the test questions, the Odessa Staff Selection Commission has decided to cancel the preliminary exam for hiring accountants under the Housing and Urban Development Department. According to a statement sent by the Commission today, the OSSC has decided to cancel the preliminary test for accountants employed by the HNUD department that was scheduled to take place on April 23rd. The accusations of a power outage were denied by the Energy Minister, who blamed a power trip for it. According to the minister, the state's electrical supply is enough rather than a surge resulting in a power outage. Due to pressure on transformers brought on by excessive demand during peak hours, the power supply is breaking. They had earlier on April 13 told the populace that the state would not have any power outages this year. In contrast, the BJP and Congress of the opposition attacked the BJD administration for allegedly having frequent power outages. Whether it was a result of climate change or another natural occurrence, the southern Nabarangpur area of Odisha recently had a significant hailstorm, which some old residents said had never happened before in their lives. According to accounts, a hailstorm hit the district yesterday. The hailstorm and strong winds caught the locals off guard and left a path of devastation in its wake. Additionally, a covering of hailstones almost 5 to 6 inches thick coated the whole area, giving the impression that it was Kashmir or another hill location. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the Union Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Electronics and Information Technology, opened the third G20 Education Group meeting today in Bhubaneswar. He advised students to include skilling in their career plans in order to prepare for the challenges of the future. Transforming logistics for coastal economics with an emphasis on sustainability was the subject of today's seminar. It took place on the Bhubaneswar campus of the Institute of Minerals and Materials Technology. Today, the rupee strengthened by 15 pies to settle at 81.91 provincial versus the US dollar, as investor mood was bolstered by a strong trend in local stocks and a declining price of crude oil. At higher levels, however, the rupee may face selling pressure from the international institutional investors. The local unit gained 15 pies from its previous close at the interbank foreign exchange market, closing at 81.91 against the US dollar after having opened at 82.08 against the greenback. Residents of a hamlet in Poonch, Jammu Kashmir, staged a prayer gathering today in memory of the 5 soldiers who died when terrorists attacked the truck delivering fruits and vegetables for iftar. Even the Eid al-Fitr celebrations were kept to a minimum in the villages. The army vehicle bringing supplies for the iftar celebration that the local Rashtriya Rifles unit was planning to host for the locals at 7 p.m. on Thursday was travelling from the Bhimbar Gali camp to Sanghoit when the prayer gathering was arranged there. At the launching of an Indian-built ferry that would improve communication, give mobility and economic possibilities in the country's remote hinterlands, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar joined President of Guyana Irfan Ali. Garden Reach shipbuilders and engineers of Kolkata constructed the ferry. According to Jaishankar's tweet, the Garden Reach shipbuilders and engineers ferry in Kolkata is a tangible example. Within Guyana, this boat would greatly improve connectivity. It would enable remote hinterlands to move about and provide commercial possibilities. Operation Kaveri was started by India today to remove its citizens from the violently unrest-stricken Sudan. Indian ships and aircraft are prepared to return Indians to their country, according to External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. According to his post, Operation Kaveri has begun to return home to our countrymen who are stuck in Sudan. Port Sudan has received about 500 Indians and more are on their way. The newly established Racial Justice Advisory Board in New York City includes Uday Tambar, an Indian origin CEO working in youth development services in the US, among the 15 professionals who were chosen for the position. Tambar was appointed to the Advisory Council on the implementation of the Racial Justice Charter amendments, which was established last week. Tambar is the CEO and President of the New York Junior Tennis and Learning. The board will contribute to ensuring that New York City remains the nation's leader in cutting-edge racial justice initiatives. Australia said today that in reaction to China's increasing claims of sovereignty over the South China Sea and its threat to the international system of rules-based order, it will strengthen its diplomatic and defense ties with important allies in the critical Indo-Pacific, particularly India and Japan. Although the final report's public release did not categorize China as a direct military danger to Australia, it did note Beijing's claim of sovereignty over the contiguous South China Sea. That's all for the headlines. Stay tuned to Orissa Post Live for more such updates.